While I was at work a couple of days ago, one of my coworkers asked me my top 5 cartoons from my childhood. The time range was between 1995 and 2013. That was probably the hardest top 5 I have ever had to come up with on the spot, and even now, I'm struggling to solidify it. There were too many great shows between 1995 and 2013, and I mean bangers. Johnny Bravo, Codename Kids Next Door, Batman Beyond, Ben 10, The Powerpuff Girls, Danny Phantom, Fairly Odd Parents, The Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack, El Tigre. The list goes on and on and on. We were spoiled. That we as people my age and around my age. There were so many great shows that I genuinely can't remember all of them. I genuinely feel bad for kids now. I'm not sure what cartoons are on now, but if they followed the trend that Uncle Grandpa was setting, then it might not be that good. Perhaps it's nostalgia setting in my senior years, but I look back at the shows we had and I am just amazed. Each show had its own identity. I think things in that time period were a lot less formulaic than they are now. I could definitely be wrong about that. You had a teen sitcom airing next to shows about alien watches, followed up by some strange animals at summer camp. There was passion behind these shows. Not to mention that every show had a game with a DS and a really bad Flash game. So what happened between then and now? I have a couple of theories. First, it's entirely possible that I have just matured and I am currently looking back fondly on my childhood. I mean, there were probably people older than me saying the same thing about their childhood cartoons. Second, maybe there just wasn't enough money in putting the level of passion and effort into these shows for large corporations to maintain the status quo. It's likely a combination of those two things. Probably. Maybe kids and young teens really love the shows they have now. I haven't exactly done a survey of them and I don't really plan to. Like I mentioned before, each show had its own identity. Of course, a lot of the entertainment was targeted toward children, but outside of that, there weren't too many similarities. A lot of these shows were able to remain lighthearted, but had the ability to become significantly darker and cover more mature topics if they had to. Think of Avatar: The Last Airbender. It has some of the best written jokes and lighthearted atmospheres of any of the cartoons of its time, but that didn't stop it from becoming more dark and serious while staying true to its original style.
My work is done. Congratulations, Katara. You're a bloodbender.
It is such a high quality show that it can go toe to toe with shows released more recently, and I don't just mean cartoons. I haven't seen quality like that in a long time, and I believe it seldom exists in the media we have now. And to clarify, I'm not saying that cartoons or shows we have now are complete zeros, or that I think I was born in the wrong generation. Nothing like that. What I am trying to communicate is that I think that shows of higher quality were more plentiful in the past. But I'll say again, it could just be nostalgia talking. It probably is. I'll watch some newer cartoons and make a video about my thoughts. But my top 5 list of cartoons from 1995 to 2013 in no particular order is Ben 10, the original series, Invader Zim, Adventure Time, Regular Show, and Danny Phantom. Let me tell you, there were 9 other shows that I wish could have made the list. I wish that the top 5 list could have more spots. With that being said, I don't really want remakes or reboots. Also, I'm sure I'm not the only one, but Sam, Gwen, Nikki, and Shigo definitely heavily influenced my taste in women when I was younger, and truthfully, they still kind of do.